So we're back. I know it's been a minute. No cold open today, as you're probably plenty aware that we got some splaining to do. The show isn't over, obviously. There's even like multiple episodes already fully written and ready to record. The problem is that Adobe is a dick. I joined a new band. Then one of us tried to die again.
You're giving it away by saying again.
But we're committed to a proper return, and starting in 2026, we will try to step on the gas and make up for what we missed. Because, folks, we haven't forgotten. I have a movie episode script done, a spooky Halloween episode script done, a first guest appearance episode done, another episode on the history of an FPS in the chamber. My point is that I'm sorry we suck. Please stick around.
Specifically, I suck because A, I tried to die to give away and also B,
Adobe thing wasn't your fault.
It's not my fault, but also dying combining with having to learn a whole new suite of software to record this thing did delay it a couple months.
So hey, that's all on you because it's and also Game of the Year for 2025 in January is still happening as well.
Yes.
In the meantime, however, let's get our bearings with another revisiting of the topics that need it. This from our last 7 fucking years of content. Goddamn.
This episode's just going to keep getting longer and longer.
I know. That's the worst part.
Because you think when we came up with the idea to do an update, we were like, well, they'll stop. They're not going to mention Kingdoms of Amalur again, right? And then they like remade it and made new DLC for it, and it happens with every fucking...
No, that's our superpower.
I know.
and I'm sure we'll be cursed again the moment this recording is turned off. We're gonna flip on the news that
I got an update for a game that we covered that I thought was dead for sure, and it came back up this like a week ago.
Right. Oh, and you know mine. Which is fucking insane. So yeah, for those unfamiliar with these, we've learned that a story never truly ends.
Nope.
Which is why we run through and review everything that could use an update following the past 12 months. This along with fixing any mistakes. I'm seeing a couple, but we do our best as hosts here. Speaking of...
I don't make mistakes. So
I am Randall Beatrice, and this is Austin Blakesley.
Hello.
Welcome to our 7th Hot Button anniversary special / celebration.
My God, yeah.
I'm glad you're not dead, by the way.
Thank you. I'm iffy on it. Could go either way.
What was the thing I shared this morning in the Discord? I was laughing at that for like 5 minutes. It was,
the weather 100% chance of me wanting to die.
Or cloudy with yeah.
Hold on, I'll find it. I also laughed for quite a bit at it.
Shout out to, because I think it was like a weather account that posted it.
Yeah. People on our Discord talk too much. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, cloudy with a chance of killing myself.
Yeah, that was it. Cloudy with a chance of killing myself.
No, we're not allowed to say. We're not allowed to say that.
It's cloudy with a chance of unaliving myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
So to the master list, beginning with. Well, okay, I'm going to be quick with our readdressing for our second outing, as the subject was dedicated more on hot coffee rather than the GTA series as a whole. With that said, some of the biggest news drops recently in 2025 are surrounding the delay of Grand Theft Auto 6 and the greater controversy inside the doors of Rockstar North. In short, on October 31st, it's Halloween. An article posted on Bloomberg reported that the company fired 30 to 40 employees, roughly. This for, quote, gross misconduct, claiming they leaked confidential information on a Discord server. I don't know if it's private or not. Although further investigation by a UK-based office is accusing the publisher that this was actually due to them attempting to form a reasonable union whose plans were then squashed under false pretenses. Very fucked up if true. The results of this are still pending as of this writing, but the evidence is looking fairly damning here. Legal action has been filed against Rockstar and parent company Take-Two, with the aforementioned workers demanding their jobs be reinstated. So Godspeed to them.
I also would like to take this opportunity to read the quote I read today from Dan Houser about AI.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, I know.
Some of these people are trying to define the future of humanity, creativity, or whatever it is, using AI, and not the most humane or creative people. So they're sort of saying we're better at being human than you are, and it's obviously not true. That is one of the other things that we're trying to capture, that humanity is being pulled in a direction by a certain group of people who maybe aren't fully rounded humans. I think AI is eventually going to eat itself. As far as I understand it, which is a superficial understanding, the models scour the internet for information, but the internet is going to increasingly get more and more full of information made by these models. So it's sort of like when we fed cows to cows and got mad cow disease.
Wow, him and Tim Sweeney need to square off.
Yeah.
Right? He's the one who's like super AI.
Well, yeah, Tim Sweeney's not a creative.
No. Yeah,
he's an engineer.
Businessman.
Yeah, it's been a businessman.
So then only days later, after these firings, this was on November 6th, their flagship project and most anticipated title ever, GTA 6, was then revealed to be getting pushed from its May 2026 release to November 19th. So were they related? Was this a distraction tactic to bury the other stuff? Is it just for the extra layer of polishing we've come to expect from them? Could be both. Who could say? I'm bummed. Shareholders were also mad, leading to a significant dip in their stock price.
Man. That game can't be bad. It
can't be.
It can't run bad. It can't be unpolished. It can't be broken.
I just can't believe it that it is. Could that come the 8th anniversary of our show that we'll likely continue to discuss this yet again?
I mean, yeah, that release will be right around the time we would do our next update. Yeah. So,
and there's going to be a hot coffee reference in there.
Oh, of course.
But now I'm going to pass things to you for a check-in on our boy, Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, he's still at it.
The head antagonist when we covered the Curiosity Cube, or what's inside the cube, whatever the hell that was.
Okay, yeah, so somehow Peter Molyneux still
has returned.
He's still at 22 cans.
That's still a company?
Yeah. And they announced last year at the Game Awards, they announced a new game called Masters of Albion.
Yes. Which I'm shocked that name was, given the okay.
Yeah, I guess it might be like a fairy tale thing they can't copyright.
Right. The land where Fable takes place.
Yes.
Yeah. Which he does not own anymore.
And then in an interview in October of this year,
I never did.
Molyneux claimed that Masters of Albion will be his last game.
It's like Tarantino.
Yeah, he admitted to overpromising in the past.
Oh.
As a quote, I think that line in Fable, for every choice a consequence, wasn't delivered on well enough. I think the possession mechanic that we had in Dungeon Keeper wasn't delivered on enough. The open world freedom that we had in Black and White, I think it was a good start, but it didn't deliver enough at the end. I think he's maybe forgetting about Goddess.
He didn't
also
speak on
not
that
delivering.
One, huh?
Molyneux said that his new game is an opportunity to mix all these together. And I don't know if it's going to work, so it's important to me, this game, because to a certain extent, it's about redemption. He also stated...
okay. He's got something to prove now.
I admit now that I did overpromise on things and said things that I shouldn't have said about Curiosity. But I only ever did that because I thought it was the right thing to do at the time. And so Masters of Albion is a redemption title for me, but also it's my last game. It just is. He further elaborated.
And he's an older guy, too.
Yeah. I know people are going to say, come on, it won't be your last game. But, I'm 66 years old.
There you go. I'm
working as hard as I've ever worked in my life, and I just haven't got the energy left to do this again. Everything that I've done, it just feels like this is the bet, I've put all my chips on the table.
So he grew a pair of modesty after all this time. Also, Kojima's said that, has been saying that for 20 years.
Yeah, Sakurai just made a game this year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hardest working man in the business. Well, we'll see, on that one. So back to me for more contest chat, unrelated. But the Avalanche Studios, the fine folks behind the Just Cause franchise and the Mad Max game, have had a rough go lately. A couple months ago in September, it was announced that they were closing their Liverpool division. This following the formal cancellation of their Xbox exclusive Contraband. A shame. It seemed like it could have been neat. I got Smuggler's Run vibes from it. Also, not our only Microsoft casualty today. So
yeah, we'll get to the rest of them.
Yeah. Luckily, it isn't all doom and gloom, as ex-founder of their team, Christopher Sundberg, is launching a new business venture with Liquid Swords, and stated that they're in the process of building another, quote, narrative-driven open-world hard-boiled AAA game.
Liquid Swords sounds like a new metal album.
It does. So let's hope it's not a Mind's Eye,
Tune into our Game of the Year to hear more about Mind's Eye.
Yep. Next, let's take it to the land of Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil. As succeeding long-standing rumors of an official Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster being in development finally happened. Upon a leak this past spring on April 15th, Bethesda confirmed less than 24 hours later that it was indeed coming and would be arriving in a mere week. The original code was carried over to Unreal Engine 5 and featured a complete overhaul of the graphics. It also included all the DLC, as well as getting included in your Game Pass subscription. Reviews are positive. I'm sure.
And sprinting.
Oh, you can sprint now, huh?
They added sprinting.
I'm sure Matt will dive more into it on our Game of the Year deliberations.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the other thing too is the name. Like it's called remastered, but like
It's a remake.
yeah,
But the line is blurred.
it is. Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a little bit as well.
Yeah. Tying it more to us though, this time it received an M for mature rating out of the gate. This without any of the hullabaloo, that the original went through in 2006. So feel free to mod in those nipples.
You know more about the ESRB than I do.
Yeah.
Do you think when these remasters come out that they reevaluate the game?
Yes, they are supposed to. Standards change over time. So actually, I do have a little bit of a long-winded response to this. They got lazy when it came to putting out old games on XBLA and PSN, where they would just look at the original and then just be like, all right, whatever. But if it's like Snake Eater, like different descriptors and stuff like that, like what was considered more sexually explicit 20 years ago doesn't rank as high today, or they'll just be more descriptive. Like the definition of blood and gore kind of changed because now gore means dismemberment when before it could mean that post-mortem damage and blood could paint walls and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm always curious about that when collections happen. And it's like, oh, this used to be this. I mean, like everyone's like, if remember we talked about with Night Trap, like they're like, well, this is a T, really. It should have been originally, but it's like, I still have a problem with that organization and that how terrible, like,
they suck.
Their database and on their website is not updated at all. And like, I don't know how many people are working there, but like, it's like, you'll get more accurate descriptions of games content that the developers or publishers themselves will list on their store pages. And it's like, no, this is what you were supposed to do. This is what other people are paying for. It's like...
It makes me think of, do you watch...
Only the most popular one. And some like systems entirely will...
So what's his name? Patrick something?
Mm.
I know Liz watches him.
Okay.
The bald guy that does movie stuff. He did like the needle drop video.
Oh, yes. All right.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, God, I can't remember his last name. But he did a video about the Turner Classic Wine Club.
Oh, yeah.
And then it started, he like stayed subscribed for like 3 years, and then it started getting worse and worse, and he did like a whole investigation as to why.
Yeah.
And it was because like apparently Turner Classic Movies was like a cash cow for Warner, where like the rights to the movies are so cheap and people love to watch them, so they just played them and raked in advertising dollars, and still David Zaslav apparently gutted the department that ran it to like 3 people that all had other duties, to the point where like Steven Spielberg had to come in and like buy part of Turner Classic Movies so that it could keep running.
Wow.
It's like, and you're just like, you were like printing money with like 7 employees and you had to fire half of them.
Remember, the SRB is a sub, like they're the ESA, and we all know how that's going.
But we'll get to them later.
Yeah. And hey, if you're listening, ESRB, and you're hiring, bring me on. I'll like, I know how to formulate those packets probably better than they do. Like some games they'll really go all out for it, like Black Ops 7 because it's really popular. But if you like just type on their site like Dispatch, not listed at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
There's dicks in that game.
And boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it all.
Hear more about Dispatch on our Game of the Year.
Oh, you'll hear a lot about Dispatch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, your turn again with episode 10, as I hear there's a bit of shit going down in the seedy underbelly of the Counter-Strike skin economy.
We have a double update for CSGO skins. In the past, we've covered...
No, it's Counter-Strike 2 now.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, was that this year?
In the past, we've covered the CSGO skin market, now called CS2,
Fucking stupid.
and the gambling around it.
It's just Overwatch, too. It's
Well, I've got
monetization update.
a bit of a double update for you, one on the market and one on the gambling.
Oh, lay it on me.
In October of this year, Valve made a small update to CS2. The patch notes state, quote, extended functionality of the trade-up contract to allow exchanging 5 items of covert quality as follows. 5 stat track covert items can be exchanged for 1 stat track knife from a collection of one of the items provided. 5 regular covert items can be exchanged for 1 regular knife item or 1 regular gloves item for a collection of one of the items provided. Seems like a pretty typical patch note, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. If you, like myself and my co-host here, have no idea what this means, here's an explanation courtesy of Forbes. Now players can trade in 5 stat track covert items, which, while rare, do not typically run into the crazy high money as some of these other skins do, and in exchange receive a stat track knife. Knives are some of the most expensive items on the market. You can also trade in 5 regular covert items, which again are not typically super high end, and receive a regular knife or regular glove, both of which typically carry very high prices. This is now a guaranteed way to secure some of the rarest cosmetic items in CS2, something that has not really been possible before. And as a result, a lot of players have taken Valve up on the offer. This has obviously had a major impact on the prices of a lot of items and the overall market. And while most of the items that can be used to trade up to get the knife have risen in price, the prices of the knives you can trade in for and the gloves have absolutely tanked, with some losing around 70% of their value in the last 24 hours. This was written like a day or two after the update went live.
Yeah.
Now, Valve makes a butt ton of money on these skin sales.
Half-Life 3 ain't going to fund itself.
But in an addition, I mean, Gabe needs his yacht, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He built a mega yacht.
Yeah.
Now, while Valve makes a butt ton of money on these skins, they made an interesting move in an economy where gambling is becoming increasingly a huge problem. As we could do a whole podcast on Kalshi and
Holly
Market and
one of the biggest bets on there
DraftKings
is about GTA 6's release.
Did you hear about the Google guy?
Yes.
The Google guy made millions just betting on his own company with insider information, and everybody's mad at him. He's like, "What? It's not regulated. Like,
right? It can't be insider trading.
Yeah, it's not insider trading when there's no fucking SEC to come after you."
We're all doomed.
Valve has made moves that hint that they're going away from gambling. Earlier this year, CS2 introduced a new case that you can open for free, but you have to pay to get the item that you get out of it.
What?
So, like, in CS2, you have to pay for a key to unlock the case, and then it does the slot machine thing.
Yeah.
Now you can watch the slot machine thing for free and know what you're going to get before you pay the money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is obviously not as exploitative as the other way around.
How does it determine the price? By rarity or something? Or like?
No, you just buy a key. They're $2.50.
Oh, but no matter what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's better.
I mean, it kind of hints at them just kind of abandoning the loot boxes because it's such a problem and going towards the Valorant model of just like charging $50 for a gun skin.
Right.
Because they make percent when people sell a skin for $3,000, they make a percentage of that. But if you could just upfront sell those people that skin for $80 and then they want to trade it all they want, like,
yeah,
I think that'll get you into less trouble. But the other update, speaking of gambling, YouTuber CoffeeZilla released a 3-part video series on the shady stuff going on behind the scenes at some of these CSGO gambling sites. This is less of an update and more of a recommendation. If you listen to our episode and would like to know more about how ugly the behind the scenes of some of these sites are, then I highly recommend watching his series. It is like 3 50-minute videos, so it's pretty long, but it's crazy. I'll give you some highlights to entice you.
All right.
So the whole thing started when one of the CSGO websites tried to bribe CoffeeZilla to investigate another one. He declined the money and decided to investigate everyone at the same time. And here's some of the stuff he found. An owner of one of the sites was offering to pay someone to rust the stage at a CSGO event and glue themselves to the stage to stop a match featuring a team sponsored by another site.
The fuck?
There's also hints at a Forbes article referencing I cannot pronounce this, CSGO YouTuber Houngagne.
You should rethink your name, my guy.
Claiming
I
that,
assume that's an alias, and I wasn't being like racist or anything.
claim that if you track the first trade that a lot of CSGO gamblers make, 70% start out as minors. And that article's from 2023, and I would say it's more of a shocking stat back then. Now there's like Robux betting for 8-year-olds, so
yeah.
We are completely off the rails as a country. And there's plenty more, including these people posing as parents on parent groups on Facebook to use those parent groups to attack each other. Finding out addresses and like camping outside people's houses and like cutting off their internet EVE Online style.
Yeah.
So it gets fucking wild. So yeah, check that out if you want to know more. Yeah. And that's it from CSGO.
Jeez.
For the past year.
Okay.
Counter-Strike 2.
The most influential game console of all time, the Xbox 360, saw its 20th birthday this month. Woo. Yeah. Microsoft did nothing for it, which was pretty
that's not true.
dense to not take advantage of, considering that was the last era people were truly on their side. They
laid off a bunch of people. It was really celebratory.
Yeah. Well, celebrate instead by listening to our episode on it.
Yes.
No Man's Sky, an uplifting update for you. On November 27th, a grateful Sean Murray shared a tweet that the space exploration survival sim, after 9.5 years, had hit the, quote, very positive tag for both recent reviews and all reviews on the Steam platform.
I will forever be in that man's corner unless he like turns out to be a pedophile or something. But I think he's too tired for that.
Did you see his response to Jeff Keighley's
Oh my
desert
god, that was so funny.
I saw that go viral, then I realized who it was. And I was like, he's hilarious.
Yeah, because there was like for the audience, there was an there's an ARG where they like leaked coordinates and people went there, and there's like this weird fucked up like Cthulhu looking statue in the middle of the desert. And people are trying to figure out what game
it's attached to
for the Game Awards. And Sean Murray just said, has anybody considered that Jeff Keighley's just opening a portal to hell?
I've thought about it.
That was so good.
So yeah, No Man's Sky in the very positive tier, which is as highest as it goes, I should say.
See what happens when you don't give up on a game?
Yeah, it just took the addition of nearly an endless amount of content to patch in and at no extra cost. It's just a bunch of free work. Yeah, props. So now we're on to this one in regards to the formation of the aforementioned ESRB. Well, actually, this is the North America's ESRB and Europe's PEGI rating systems.
Mm-hmm.
A little addendum to a topic we tackled in the previous recap with Balatro. While the backlash to its undeserved adult label reached an agreement in the U.S., this upon reinstating the then retired gambling themes descriptor to be marked with the much more appropriate E10 plus rather than an M, our friends out across the pond weren't thinking similarly. There the 18 plus stood. Frustrations by its creator, Local Thunk, who had already been fighting this, spoke publicly in December 2024 on the hypocrisy of how EA Sports FC was able to secure a 3 plus in the region, despite that actually having real gambling through microtransactions and loot boxes as a major part of their product. And he's totally fucking right.
Yeah.
Like, that is bullshit. Balatro had none of that crap in it. It doesn't even go online. He continued to campaign against Peggy's ruling, who felt there was nothing wrong with the OG rating, and he blamed EU laws and storefronts for that.
Oh, Gov, it's like poker, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think they card little kids for buying a deck, like
probably
cards over there. So eventually, on February 24th, 2025, he won an appeal to reverse the decision, and the poker-inspired roguelike was then classified in the category of 12 plus.
Okay.
That's better. He'll take what he can get, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't have to check IDs for that. Me again, I'm not going to lie, this is genuinely shocking, and in a good way. While center of controversy with that Kanan Lynch drama, Jeff Gerstmann, he continues to truck on with his solo video podcast. But his legacy with the website Giant Bomb that he had created had truly gone through the ringer post his exit. Its reign under Fandom Inc. following the acquisition from Red Ventures in 2022 really just led to harder times for the struggling company. Numerous layoffs, slashings of budgets, halting of streams, combined with the censoring of materials such as swearing due to, quote, brand safety concerns. This culminating in a recording from their staff on April 30th, 2025, openly mocking the imposed changes. But the next day, editor Jeff Grubb quit. Then longtime alumni Dan Reichert left in solidarity, along with contributor Mike Minotti. It got dire. It's messy. This was until May 10th, during a live panel at PAX East, the former three told the crowd they would be sharing ownership of Giant Bomb with general manager Jeff Bacalar and producer Jana Choa. They were now 100% independent, and the five of them would hold the rights to all previous works for the foreseeable future, with funding being done primarily by premium subs and merch going forward. And congrats. As happy as I am for them, trust me, I'm glad the rescue mission was successful, because watching them slowly disappear a la game trailers or 1UP is a sad thought for the powerful legacy they have had. It was kind of a downer to hear about how the guys at Nextlander spoke on. They were like, we would have absolutely pursued the same path if it was ever an option. So let it be,
That's what you get for getting out too early. You gotta let the brand
ride the ship down.
You gotta let the brand value hit rock bottom.
Let it be known that there are no members of the initial, original crew on board anymore. Of course, it was sweet to watch those dudes and Gerstmann united at their Summer Games Fest event. Obviously, there wasn't any, or there weren't any, hard feelings or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Austin.
Yes.
Supposedly, our dear Halo 1 is set to reappear in a certain form soon.
Yes. So, Microsoft announced.
Good name.
I don't know. I don't have a date.
They don't have a date.
It was some. I don't have a date for when this was announced. It was August or something.
Okay. It kind of just dropped out of nowhere.
Microsoft and the newly named Halo Studios.
I know.
Have announced a third or fourth remake of Halo Combat Evolved,
yes,
titled Halo Campaign Evolved, releasing in 2026.
And why is it called that?
It's called that because they decided to remove the multiplayer, because nobody played the multiplayer in Halo 1, right? Could you imagine if a remake of Halo 1 with modern graphics came out and just had online multiplayer with matchmaking?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the Master Chief Collection exists, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Does it still? Well, I guess it wouldn't have LAN either. Does it? Did they say if it
doesn't have multiplayer?
Does it doesn't have split screen?
No.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
Despite that,
it's coming to.
They have also announced that this is not an exact remake. The remake, it's not. The remake, the anniversary remake on 360, and then subsequently the inclusion in the Master Chief Collection were both code perfect versions of Halo 1. Yeah, you can even
tap a button to change the visuals.
The code was the exact same. It was just a new coat of paint. This is being built from the ground up, and they are reforming levels and introducing a bunch of quality of life stuff.
Is it Unreal?
To make the game better. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so they specifically said they're making changes to modernize the game, and they specifically cited the library as needing work. So it's not gonna be exactly the same. So there's a reason for it to exist, I guess.
That and it's also no longer exclusive.
Yes, that's my next bullet. This also marks the
end of an era.
Microsoft officially throwing in the towel and admitting that they've given up.
That's the death now.
Because this marks the first time a Halo game will appear on PlayStation.
Blasphemy.
Yes.
No Switch 2? Not yet. Can't handle it. Yeah.
I've seen how other Unreal 5 games run on Switch 2. You don't want that.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just they're remaking Halo 1 and they're only doing the campaign, and I'll buy it.
Do you think that
Dumb.
that racist composer is still going to get his residuals?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. It's a good score.
He'll use it to fund his campaign for Congress so that he can deport immigrants.
Him and Vince Offer.
Yep.
So you remember EA's, Disney's, Star Wars' Battlefront 2
Boy, do I.
in 2017?
Yeah.
This one, everybody banded together to reject their slimy practices with their loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fast forward to May 2025, where their player count suddenly exploded in newfound popularity. Either they patched all that dog shit out, or the people eventually forgot and didn't care anymore.
Well, they patched all that dog shit out.
Okay.
Like,
That's no more star cards.
like less than a year after that game
Crystals?
came out. Yeah.
So yeah, records were getting broken left and right. There are many contributing factors in this though. For starters, the complete edition came to Game Pass. So that helped.
Okay.
Then the final season of the amazing Andor streaming series premiered.
Mm-hmm. Still haven't seen it.
Yep, another boost there. Oh, dude. This plus the 20th re-release of Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith to theaters, which also performed higher than expected.
I'm less excited about that.
Yeah. The IP was then lifted even greater thanks to a themed season in Fortnite.
And Destiny.
This prior to The Simpsons. That's right, they did do a crossover with Destiny.
Not a crossover.
What?
There's like lightsabers in Destiny and force powers now.
Lightsabers?
Like, it's not like, oh, you can dress up like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's like there's full-on force powers in Destiny now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's kind of gross. Like,
I don't.
Destiny is
I don't
its
play
own
Destiny
bespoke-
anymore.
Me neither.
We'd have to talk to some guests, friends of the show
But
about
Destiny seems faithful to its own consistent art direction and like world rules.
Not anymore. It's not.
Yes,
They deleted the.
Listen, everyone likes a check.
They defeated the Witness.
Well, that was the
Travelers.
Was that the big bad?
I don't know. I played the
no.
campaign for that, and I don't get it.
I don't remember.
Whatever.
By the end of the month, active users on Steam surged to 19,000. This a long way from their prior topping of 10,000, before exceeding again that June to an all-time concurrent of 36K after it went on sale. Demand for a third entry then rose dramatically, with the resurgence getting noticed by many ex-devs of the game, as well as actors from the films and TV shows.
You got to think about the fact that,
of course, it'll be a while until that could happen.
You got to think about the
But
fact
hey, it ain't
that
dead.
DICE also kind of fucked up Battlefield in that thing, and Battlefield 6 is great. So, like, bring on Battlefield.
Yeah, bring on the up and up.
Yeah.
This is something few would have predicted during that disastrous launch.
Again, that's what happens when you don't give up on a game.
Yeah. An 8-year-old game.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will say about Battlefront 2, and I saw like a lot of comments about this, was like how well that game runs considering its like graphical prowess and like fidelity. Like,
yeah, but it is 8 years old.
True, but I mean, few games look like that now.
I mean, hey, Frostbite's a good engine.
It's
If you
well
know
for
what
what
you're
it's good for what it's meant to do. not for is that what screwed over Anthem?
That's not the only thing that screwed over Anthem.
I
It's
guess
one of
there's
many.
one. Here's a quickie. This in relation to your origins on the first PlayStation console. So the conglomerate, wanting to, celebrate their storied history, decided to gift PS5 owners with beautiful custom themes that alter their modern, boring UI and sounds to your favorite Sony home system of your choice, including PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4.
Man, give me a PSP one.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't have that. They were added with no charge and even changed the boot up sequence. It was dope. And I say it was because for whatever reason, it was temporary. A limited time targeting of nostalgia that angered fans when vanishing weeks later.
Nope. It's permanent now.
Oh, because I was surprised they didn't even try and sell them before.
I checked last night.
You can buy it now?
No, it's just there. It's in the settings.
No shit.
Yeah.
I gotta go change that.
People complained so much when they took it away that they put it back in.
Fuck yeah! All right,
I don't know
you
if
guys
it's
hear bullying works. We gotta.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
gotta
if
swap
it's
my shit back.
permanent, but it's there as of this recording.
Okay.
So
I thought they just took a page out of Nintendo's like handbook for that one.
dude, fuck Nintendo, man.
Which one did you use, by the way?
Oh, I use the PS5 one, dude.
What?
I want their shitty modern one. I don't want to fall victim to nostalgia.
PlayStation 1 is the best BIOS.
Oh, they're all much
great.
better.
Yeah.
The PS1 launch sound, the PS2's
like
launch
memory
sound,
yeah.
PS3's launch
the orchestra,
sound, the orchestra
That's
tuning.
what I actually switched mine to.
Yeah, that's the best one.
It's so pretentious.
The PS4 sucks, but
no, the PS4's not bad.
It's better than the PS5,
yeah.
but it's nowhere near as good as 2 or 3.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the things that made me sad going back to the PS5 one was their little chimes aren't great. Like the scrolling through menu chirps and stuff like that.
I wish that you could customize that stuff individually because I want the PS3.
Yeah.
I want the PS3
the media toolbar
open. I want the PS3 launch sound.
Yeah.
But I want the floating cubes in the background from the PS2.
Yeah.
And I want the sounds of the PS4.
Yeah. Like the menu. Yeah. Yep. I'm with you. Then we have another reversal with episode 40, where I brought up Australia's banning of video games. I love doing that.
Is that the Wii one?
Yeah, okay. yeah. Although I don't think that was related this time to the. So an instance of this occurred the past March on the 14th, when it got announced that horror title Silent Hill, was from Konami was, quote, refused classification. The country's internal age rating coalition did not supply a clear reason for the rejection. I doubt it was from their views on weed, the ganja. In spite of a lack of clarity, an MA15 label was reassigned to it on the 25th. So, no harm, no foul.
So they get to play the wonderful Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's not great.
That has no problems and is great.
Yep.
Has a wonderful story. I haven't played it. I'm just going off what you told me.
No, well, that's the thing. Well, I'll talk about this on Game of the Year. But there's a big difference between story, themes, and dialogue. And I will tell you that
they often work together.
They are, very much so. And I would say like 95% of developers really fail at that last one.
Dialogue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And listen for another game that somehow fails at everything but dialogue. Mafia: The Old Country on our Game of the Year.
Or a game that nails all three, like Dispatch.
Well, yeah.
You're up again, though, with the debut of Gearbox's Borderlands 4. How's old Randy doing? He's staying out of the spotlight, right?
Wrong.
I feel like we need a flipboard for him, like 0 days since last incident style. It should be said, you and Andrew are in the middle of this right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Again, tune in.
Good game.
Yeah, enjoying it.
It's a pretty good Game of the Year. Me and Andrew talk more about it.
I know you're enjoying it more than 3. Yeah.
Yes. Good old Randy Pitchford can't keep his trap shut.
Nope. There was something crazy he said.
Oh, you don't know?
No, what was it?
It was the one where he talked about how Borderlands 4 was going to be $80.
That's right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he was like, but I'll give it to you for $70, but it should be more because we put so much work into it.
Does he have control over that?
I mean, he's CEO,
okay.
so
Yeah.
and
just say nothing.
And people were like mad at that, and then he was like, "Okay, it's 70, but it's never going to be discounted." And then it came out.
Was like,
and then it came out, and then like the next Steam sale was like $45. Yeah, of course. He's just an idiot.
I know. Does he have a handler?
And also, the performance is really bad. And there was a memory leak that was causing the game to crash if you played it for too long.
Whoops.
And he was just saying, just restart the game. Like, game development's hard. Stop telling us that our game doesn't run well. Or something like that. Like, I don't have it in front of me, but it was something like that. And he was just
appreciate
like,
the transparency.
He was also like, have you considered that maybe your computer sucks? Me and Andrew talked about that one while we were playing. And it's funny because me and Andrew, obviously, I tried to die. Andrew's a busy guy. We haven't been like playing it every day or even every week.
Yeah.
And so it's like every week and a half, 2 weeks, we jump on to play together, and the performance just gets worse. Like it's impressive how bad it runs.
What engine is that again?
Unreal.
I know.
I believe.
I know. I just wanted to hear. You've probably seen that there's like been this kind of public pushback, like perception. A lot of people seem to have a disdain for Unreal 5 because they're connecting it to performance issues.
There was
which it's more complicated than that. But
there was a remake, like a fan remake that's not official. I don't remember which game. I want to say they're trying to do like Daggerfall, but remake it in like 3D graphics.
It's like something that would happen, yeah.
Yeah, and like they used Unreal 5 to do that, and then they got so frustrated that they wrote their own engine and saw like a 70% performance increase.
Ooh.
Now,
all right. Well,
granted, making your own custom engine is going to be more efficient than an out-of-the-box engine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Epic's got to do something because they like.
Is it not having good consultants
support?
Or
maybe, I don't know. But like
Fortnite's
a cartoon game, so nobody gives a shit about that. All these games that are like switching to Unreal and having all of these like hitching and performance problems, and people are spending like thousands on graphics cards and getting nothing out of it is like you're tanking your reputation.
We're 5 years out of that Matrix demo. Things are looking, grass was looking so green back then.
That's the problem, is that Epic doesn't make games to go along with their engines anymore because they just make Fortnite. So now there's no, like, the showcase is like Hellblade 2, I guess.
Yeah. Hellblade 2.
But
Alan Wake 2.
Sure.
Yeah. And
wait, was Alan Wake 2 Unreal? I thought they had their own engine.
It was published by Epic, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, maybe it was. I just thought it was because they published it. So.
I don't think Control ran on Unreal.
All right, then
maybe I'm wrong though.
Maybe it is just
I'm gonna look it up.
The game you just said that I forgetting the name of.
Senua?
Yeah, Senua's Saga.
Yes.
That's a weird subheader name for the second installment.
It's especially weird because when both of them are on Game Pass and they're like separated by like 200 other games because one's Hellblade and one's Senua. Yeah, Alan Wake 2 runs on Northlight, which is a proprietary Remedy engine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wrong then. Okay. So without hyperbole, this might be the last topic I ever expected to revisit. Literally. The once lost satirical Mondo Super Famicom unlicensed bootleg Hong Kong 97 is somehow getting a spiritual successor, aptly named Hong Kong 2097, this upcoming winter.
Didn't the old one also get added on Steam or something?
Did it officially?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's because that we're gonna get into a similar thing with that later.
Yeah.
So I cannot tell if this is real. The developer is listed as HappySoft, which was the and this with the newly formed publisher as Canny Pro. They do put the classic 7-second song loop in the trailer. It seems like it's going to be a horrible nightmare. Shitty sprites and JPEG backgrounds are in abundance. And Vince McMahon reaction memes. So, I'm speechless. 30 years in the making, it exclaims. The description reads, quote, a twin-stick shooter in which nothing is sacred. Fight your way through 5 stages of mind-numbing mayhem and establish a utopia for future generations. I wonder which dead body they'll hide in this one.
Oh, there's so many now.
There's
the internet's come a long way since 97.
Yeah. Now, obviously, there isn't a solid way of knowing if this is, like, honestly legit, like, from the whack-ass brain of Kowloon, the man himself, being as the OG was never developed nor distributed through legitimate means either. So, like...
It can't be. It can't be.
Yeah. This could, be an unofficial... shitpost of a shitpost designed to capitalize on a small group of insane maniacs such as me and James Rolfe. And if it is the guy, he wouldn't tell us regardless.
Yeah.
Like, so that's that. Like, we'll see come its release, assuming that happens or it doesn't get pulled for copyright / content issues.
There's that Steam horror game.
They're still going to leave the racism in it?
There's a Steam horror game that came out recently.
Oh, Horses?
Horses that got banned on Epic and Steam.
And Humble. It just got removed from Humble like the other
And
day.
like people can't
it's only on
figure
HIO
out
and
why.
Twitch. So I dug into that, and it's a little ridiculous. There's nothing... So it's a very avant-garde...
Yeah.
It's a horror... It's from Italy, I believe, is where the developer's from. And it's got like... Indica... kind of vibes.
Yeah, it's like,
not as successful.
Isn't it like the people are turning into horses?
It's I believe it has to do with classism, about rich people who kidnap poor people and basically turn them into pets by by sewing horse heads on their, and they're basically just like enslaved as animals on their farms. And you get the metaphor? Yeah. And they're human horses and they're naked. So there's nudity, but it's not really sexual, and it's also kind of not realistic looking in appearance.
I heard a rumor that there's at one point a child rides a naked adult like a horse, so and that might be why.
So here's what happens. She is a character in the game. She plays the daughter of some like wealthy, what would you call it? Like an acrolite. I forget the name. That's not the right word.
Aristocrat.
Aristocrat. That's what I meant to say. And what happened was during the development of the game, they upped the age of the character so that they could write her to be more involved in the story.
Okay.
So she's like a teenager, I believe, and then they make her an adult in the game. And I don't think and so there was a build that got out where before the graphical asset was changed of a girl riding on an adult horse. And it should be said that the girl is fully clothed.
Yeah, but
I know. And so like I think that tripped some alarms and raised a couple flags about seeing this as it being fetishized.
Pedophilia has no place in American society.
Well, yes. But so here's the thing, though. The issue that I take with this is that twofold. Number one, there is a cavalcade of graphic games on Steam that contain to me a lot more offensive, like a lot of like anime Eroge games,
like rape fantasy stuff.
Yes, rape fantasy stuff where like they look like a kid, but they're actually hundreds of years old.
They're actually a wizard.
Yeah, not a child. So and that
bet you feel pretty stupid.
Yeah, right.
That 13-year-old's actually 300.
That gets through just fine.
Well, yeah.
The second part of this is that Steam, whoever, it's like, is it with credit card companies?
Yeah.
And that's how why mouthwashing got. I don't know if it got
That's also why OnlyFans gets shut down, quote unquote, every like 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are very adult takes on adult material, like, stories. And it's like depiction is not the same as endorsement. And I don't think anybody was acting in bad faith here, but it's probably too late.
Yeah.
But it's probably the best thing that ever could have happened to that.
I know. I want to play it now, and I hate horror.
And I think it's like $5, and like nobody would have known about this otherwise ever. Like, there's probably shit that's like way, more, on the marketplace somewhere. So yeah, Horses in stores now. Too hot for Steam. Attempting the impossible pivot to a personal fave of mine, the world of Resident Evil. Its 9th installment, Requiem, is on its way. I'm hype. But what I'm also excited for is Zach Kreger's live-action adaptation, scheduled for September 18th, 2026. The magnificent director behind Barbarian and this year's Weapons, wonderful flick, has accepted the responsibility of finally getting this shit right. While he may be 2 for 2 in the movie space, the RE franchise itself is still 0 for 7. Zip. Big fat goose egg. This excluding the CGI ones. Those are fine. But Zach is an avid gamer and lover of the series. There's even a Last Podcast on the Left interview where he talks about this. It's fun. Go listen to it. He also maintains full creative control as well as final edit. His choice to set it during the events of 1, 2, and 3. So that'll be the backdrop. I don't and
one movie about all 3 games.
well, I don't know because it's different characters. But I think it will be either in Raccoon City or during the 90s.
It's like not the main cast.
Yeah, I don't believe it would be any of the main cast. Yeah.
Okay.
And Capcom must trust him.
Yeah.
Along with his writing partner Shay Hatton, who fleshed out the lore in John Wick. Nice.
The Japanese executives at Capcom, big whitest kids fans.
Yeah.
So.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
I remain optimistic with him, though. Now that somebody competent is at the helm, it will be a completely original storyline set in the canonical universe, unlike the Paul W.S. Sanderson collection. I'm deaf into that.
Yeah,
What?
Paul
I got it right?
Yeah, you got it right. I had it wrong.
He did Event Horizon and then one battle. Exactly.
The Monster Hunter movie, then Phantom Thread.
Yeah. Attached actors so far are Austin Abrams, who is the junkie in Weapons, which is a great performance. Paul Walter Hauser and Zach Cherry. Inspired choices there. Serving it back to you on the state of what's been up with SAG-AFTRA and their recent strike.
Yeah, so on our last update, I talked about how I couldn't find any information on whether or not the strike had ended. It hadn't. But on July 11th, 2025, it did. The ESA and SAG-AFTRA reached an agreement, and the strike ended after 320 days.
That's almost a year.
Yeah. And I'll say this quote from... that, by the way, that was not the strike our episode was about. That was the strike that we talked about in an update and then another
separate strike.
Update. Yeah, this is a different strike. And I'll just say this is a quote from Audrey Cooling, who's a spokesperson for the ESA. This agreement builds on 3 decades of successful partnership between the interactive entertainment industry and the union. It delivers historic wage increases of over 24% for performers, enhanced health and safety protections, and an industry-leading AI provisions requiring transparency, consent, and compensation for the use of digital replicas. We look forward to continuing to work with the performers to create new and engaging entertainment experience for billions of players throughout the world. So they got their AI protections. Whether or not these clowns will actually follow through and won't find a loophole, we'll see.
Well, I'm sure they'll find a way to screw.
Of course.
Yeah. Now, what's funny here is that we both got updates on a microtransactions ep. I'll get my 2025 eBay Poop Slinger price check ticked off the list so you can enlighten us on the unforeseen sequel of sorts to Plague Inc.
Yeah.
In my searching, I can spot many postings. They tend to float around 1,800 to 3,500 sealed, 15,000 to 25,000 graded. Not that buyers have exactly been jumping on these. The last items to sell was an auction for a new copy that went for 1,200, and then a WADA A++ graded box at 4K. Still ain't nothing to sneeze at for a game that's stupid and pointless. But I digress.
It's not about the game. It's about the speculative assets surrounding the game.
Right. Do you see that guy who's collecting all the Kabuto Pokemon cards to fuck with the market? That's good. Tell me about this fresh, hot title arriving in our post-pandemic era.
Okay, so Endemic Creations, shortly after our last update, I want to say it was like the end of 2024, early 2025, released a sequel to Plague Inc. The game is called After Inc., and it tasks you to rebuild the world in the wake of a player winning Plague Inc. It was a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
And reviews seem good, and the game is available on iOS, Android, and Steam. So
Cool. Yeah. Oh, it's Tetris time.
Oh, Christ.
Don't worry, I don't have a lot to report. Other than the long-awaited re-emerging of Tetris the Grandmaster with 4, the Absolute Eye.
You gotta save talking about that for
I
the end
know.
of the year.
Yeah. I dig that they've kept with the menacing sounding subnames. Terror Instinct was 3. That's great. So this is their first entry in that line aimed at the hardest of hardcore players. It followed a lengthy and troubled development history, especially when you take to account that 3, still the best one, saw life in 2005. Except after 2 decades and 2 cancellations, TGM4 unceremoniously showed up not in arcades, but as a Windows exclusive. It was revealed in September 2024 upon reaching a deal with Akira and landed on Steam April 4th, 2025. I've put a decent amount of hours in. The gameplay's mad solid, and its compatibility with tons of peripherals is welcomed. However, the price is a tad on the high side for the number of available features it hosts. That withstanding, it does receive frequent content updates, so hopefully it gets to where it needs to be in order to replace its difficult-to-emulate predecessor. So this just came in under the wire. Rest in peace to a real one. Little Tortellini.
Oh, yeah.
The goldfish we discussed some years back, who went viral for beating Elden Ring's hardest boss fights. He was 3 years fun, not uncommon for the species, and his owner, Point Crow, announced his passing on December 2nd with a post reading, quote, "He's lived a goddamn good life. I'm sure he's swimming in the great tank in the sky right now."
Yeah.
I love it. Pour one out for Tortellini. He managed to do what I couldn't.
Yeah, I did, but
apologies in advance for this next stop, Austin, as it is a chunky topic. I know our guest host Andrew has been keeping on top of this news. Valve, maybe you listeners have heard of them. They're taking a big, huge leap back into the hardware business.
the makers of Ricochet.
Yeah, the very same. And what was the failed card? Artifact.
Artifact.
Yeah. Now more prepared than ever. Care to explain to us more, sir?
In our last update on Valve and their hardware exploits, we talked about rumors surrounding a new Steam controller and also a controller that looked like a VR controller.
Yeah, I guess you'll get into the GameCube.
We pick so rumors on that swirled throughout the year until November, when Valve finally dropped the bomb. Not only is there a new controller and a new VR headset with new controllers, but there's also a new Steam machine.
Yeah.
All of them are coming in 2026. The Steam machine is a sleek little box, aka the GameCube.
Yeah.
That, according to Valve, is about 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. It runs Steam OS, and is looking to. It's the culmination of the old Steam machines, the Steam Deck, the big picture mode, all this shit that they've been doing. No price has been announced, but considering how fucked everything is in tech right now and the rising cost of other consoles and the fact that RAM quadrupled overnight not too long ago, I imagine the thing's going to be pretty pricey.
Damn it.
And I don't think they're going to be taking a loss on it like they did with the Steam Deck. So we're probably looking at around the same price as like the raised price of a PS5. So or like the PS5 Pro. So like 700,
Fuck,
600.
man.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 1,000.
It takes a little bit of the wind out of my sails.
I know, it sucks.
And what the hell's the headset called?
Well, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
So next is the Steam controller. The new Steam controller actually does match. I went back and looked at the pictures that I mentioned in our last update, and those were accurate. It is essentially the Steam Deck without the screen. It's got the 2 touch pads. It's got the back paddles.
Yes. Similar form factor, yeah.
Yeah. It also features a wireless dongle that doubles as a charger, but can also be charged and connected using USB-C. And the Steam machine has a built-in receiver for it. So if you're playing it on the Steam machine, you don't have to use their little puck dongle thing. Again, 2026 is the vague date. No price. But
probably incoming.
It can't be more than 2 Joy-Cons, right? They're like $95 or some shit.
Yeah, I think they are. They went up after the launch of that. You think we'll hear anything at the Game Awards? I mean, Valve's pretty tight with Keighley.
Yeah, they kind of seem to
Do their
march
own
to
thing.
the beat of their own drum.
Yeah, they can. They're like a rock star. In that sense.
And then the VR headset, which is now known as the Steam Frame, is also coming out. It's basically Steam's better version of the MetaQuest 3. It features inside-out tracking, which is cameras on the headset rather than those like lighthouse sensors you got to drill into the wall.
Yeah.
It has the ability to connect to Steam, or it has the same ability to connect to the Steam controller without a dongle, so you can use that for non-VR games. You can like sit down and play it on a big screen in virtual reality, like you can on the other headsets. It also, like the MetaQuest, has its own processor and can run lower spec games natively, but it also features a dongle of its own that you can connect to your computer that has a dual radio antenna that Valve claims can stream. Basically, it streams one antenna streams audio and one antenna streams video, and it can do it almost latency free and at a higher quality than like the half-ass streaming setups that currently exist to stream Steam games to stuff like the MetaQuest.
Yeah.
Again, no price has been announced, but Suckfucker Dork has charged. He raised the price of the Quest 3 like 8 times, and I think it's like $500 now.
Anybody care even anymore? Like
no. So I would expect this to be somewhere probably in the $500 to $600 range. But again, super probably not going to be able to afford it. Super excited for this Steam machine.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get one eventually.
And maybe the controller won't suck this time.
And if the controller plays like the Steam Deck, then yeah, that will also be cool.
Yeah.
Kudos to Valve for keeping this VR thing.
Yeah.
But like, who gives a fuck anymore? Like, the MetaQuest has become this thing like the Wii, where you're like as a gamer who's tuned in, you're so over VR, you forget that it happened, and then you go to like your uncle's house, and he like has one sitting on a shelf with dust on it, and it's like the only tech he's bought in like the last 15 years.
Yeah, he was entertained by it for like 10, 15 minutes, and then never picked it back up. Yeah. No, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over, everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I wanted to say, I don't have this written down, but I did read an article a couple days ago about there was this indie game that like launched, and they made a deal with Valve to like get placement on the store, and then Valve fucked up and didn't do that. So their game kind of tanked, and then Valve basically emailed them and was like, "We're so sorry. Like, this is our fault. Do you want to do like a featured sale? We'll give you front page like thing. Just pick a date and we'll give you an entire day where the front page of Steam will just have your game on it." And they were like, yeah, sure. And they just so happened to pick the day that this stuff got announced. And basically Steam, when you opened the Steam store, it pushed all that stuff down to show the Valve hardware stuff. So they got fucked again.
Oh, chumps.
Yeah. Sad.
It's a bummer. Well, thank you for that. Tune back in or stay tuned for our further thoughts once those hit the market.
Yeah.
Assuming we can get our hands on one. But here's something silly in the meantime. Nintendo, the Virtual Boy, the original VR.
Yes.
No, but
another topic that we thought would never come up again.
A colossal failure of epic proportions. It's risen from the mid-90s. Again, kind of, sort of. In a direct on September 12th, 2025, viewers were stunned to witness that a near complete portion of the Virtual Boy's meager library was coming to the Switch 2 via their NSO Services expansion pack. That and a required accessory that costs either $24.99 for the cardboard model and $99.99 for the plastic headset. This is fucking ridiculous. It's such a Nintendo solution for a problem that didn't exist.
Yeah, that was like...
That said, I do wish to try it, you know.
Yeah, that was like when they put N64 games on, and people were like, it's kind of awkward playing N64 games on Switch controller. And we're like, I have a solution. What if you paid $60 for a wireless N64 controller? And it was like, no, not that.
Didn't it cost more than that?
I think you had to buy two,
okay,
maybe, and it was.
And you also had to be like a rewards.
Well, yeah, every time they did it with the GameCube, they did it with the NES and the SNES. You have to be, you just have to have an account.
I got news for you people. If any of you bought the new GameCube controller that they sold through that program, you're an idiot, because you can just get an actual GameCube controller and plug it into one of those adapters, because the console already supports universal GameCube support.
Right, but wasn't there a thing where like the GameCube controller didn't work right and only the...
What's up?
Wasn't there a thing where the GameCube controller didn't work right for the Switch 2 at launch?
For the Switch 2, I don't know about the Switch 2. Switch 1, it's like...
Well, yeah, but you can only play GameCube games on the Switch 2.
Right. But you can... Isn't that like the same like foundation underneath? Like...
I don't know, man. This is Nintendo we're talking about. Who knows how they do this shit?
We'll discover how they handle this on February 17th, 2026. Happy Valentine's. Another update on a revival that's equally as absurd. Acclaim has been unalived. This is with heavy asterisks, because no, this is not the same publisher of yesteryear.
They have not been unalived, because I mean killed.
They were unkilled. Unalived.
They've been alive.
Re-alived.
Zombie Acclaim is coming back from the dead.
Yes. And this ain't like a new NBA Jam is in production, or that Turok is getting resurrected.
Turok is getting resurrected.
Yeah, that is happening.
Yeah,
never mind.
Not by Acclaim.
My point is that all these beloved properties were auctioned off to various parties forever ago. This is basically them attempting to reestablish themselves as a hip distributor of indies, not dissimilar to, say, a Devolver. The group was formed...
Or like when Activision tried to revive Sierra to publish indie games, or like...
Oh, yeah. Atari.
Yeah.
Did it a few times. So the group was formed in March 2024 out of investors, including pro wrestler Jeff Jarrett, who saw potential in the name and logo and came to the idea of purchasing the then lapsed trademark. They teased this rebrand on August 22nd this year, and then a week later dropped a pre-recorded showcase of their upcoming projects, 9 to be particular. I didn't really find any of them that special. A couple were even already released and then just re-uploaded their store pages under their company.
Yeah.
I don't know. This could go somewhere, but they got to prove it. Crap. I accidentally skipped Prey.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I'll blast through this. An additional 5 minutes of Prey 2 gameplay footage randomly leaked onto a 3-year-old Duke Nukem Forever thread. And just like before, it looks sick as fuck. And it's tragic that we'll never experience the finished product. Go watch it, see what I'm talking about.
It's not 5 minutes.
Even today, I want to play this. I thought it was.
It's 10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10 minutes.
Well, there was 20 total minutes of footage.
Well, in total, this was like...
But the gameplay footage was 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then there was like the opening game was... Well, there was the opening of the game, that was 5 minutes. And then there was like a middle of the game that was 10 minutes. And then like a couple prototype things were like a minute each.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Looks awesome.
And it was also uploaded, I have written down, it was uploaded by a YouTube account named David
Hasselhoff?
No, David Holstead. And who knows if this is really David Halstead, but a person of the same name caught attention recently.
Oh,
on LinkedIn for saying that they were part of the Microsoft's big layoffs at Xbox, having worked at ZeniMax Online for a couple of years. Before that, Arcane for a couple of years, and before that, Human Head Studios from 1999 to 2019. So.
All right, drawing a connection.
Also, the videos have been taken down.
Oh.
But if you find it, they're on Internet Archive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do they go after? What do they care? Got to protect your,
You got to protect the copyright.
Yeah. But Austin, if you will, who came out victorious in the war of Billy Mitchell versus Carl Jobst? We know how much Mitchie likes to sue for them defamations. Or would you rather put a pin in this one for bring Chris back?
I'll bring. I think we should cover the whole thing maybe in the future.
Because I'm fine with what we did with the Borderlands movie. It's we need to set this aside.
I'm just gonna say Mitchell won, and it turns out that maybe Carl Jobst is kind of a liar.
Yeah, which is a shame because his video on WADA I thought was really insightful.
Oh yeah,
and well researched. I hope, because I don't know if fame got to his head and he started maybe being a little fast and loose. He
basically heavily implied
Internet
that
fame?
Billy Mitchell was suing him for defamation over him saying that he's a cheater, but what Billy Mitchell was actually suing for defamation for was Carl Jobst claiming that one of Billy Mitchell's other lawsuits led to a YouTuber to kill himself. Carl had asserted this multiple times in multiple videos. He did put a retraction in a video, but it was the last 2 minutes of a 30-minute video about a Dark Souls speedrun, so nobody saw it.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just end by saying this quote from the judge. Mr. Jobst has a self-aggrandizing and perhaps self-protective tendency to not admit error and to not back down once he has taken a stance. That was from the court filings. So
okay,
yep.
Well, that got ugly real fast.
Yeah.
Ball remains in your court as you recently shared the word that Unity and Fortnite, the poster child for the Unreal Engine, are getting in bed together.
Yeah.
I know little about this.
So I don't have it written down.
Yeah.
It just has to do with Fortnite is trying to become Roblox.
What isn't it trying to become?
Well, yeah.
It's already also trying to become it's trying to be Rock Band, Rocket League, Rust with the Lego Survive.
Yeah.
There's more.
Well, so Fortnite has its own custom games that people can make. Yeah. And it doesn't work like Roblox.
Somebody made a Siege or Valorant in there, right?
Oh, they've made so many things.
Yeah.
But essentially, in order to expand on that and give them, because Roblox is like a game engine, you can make whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
And so
a shitty one, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Fortnite decided
steal the brain rot.
We can't just make all this money, this Roblox money, by just having people make mods to Fortnite. So then they partnered with Epic and basically said, partnered with Unity to basically say, we're just going to allow people to make games in Unity and upload them to Fortnite.
Ah, okay.
So you can
it's still going to be an Unreal Shell, but it's a Unity game.
It's Unreal running Unity, which is just so stupid.
These are odd times. Back to the trilogy of defunct publishers with THQ. I was re-listening to this episode and caught a few missing pieces of their catalog I failed to mention. In my defense, it isn't easy to locate a perfectly comprehensive list of their works. I used Moby Games, but occasionally that could become confusing with what is them or subsidiaries of them. Your range varies between territories too. For example, I forgot the Outfit. You remember that? Or Stuntman Ignition. The latter being pretty great. I enjoy Stuntman. I wish it wasn't hard as balls. So yeah, it is what it is. I do my damnedest. Damn it. I could have made the same mistake with Midway, also Necessary Force or whatever. But I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
Moving on, this is a rad bit of news. I told Matt this. For the first time ever, Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is on modern consoles and was officially ported to each main platform. This from a partnership with Studio Night Dive, who's credited to the enhancements for this version, this back in March this year. But the team tweaked the menus, gave it controller support, achievements, cloud saves. They even sent it through proper certification and got formally rated by the ESRB. An unsurprising M for mature due to blood and gore, sexual themes, language, and violence. Only $10. Yeah, worth it. So now we're at my heftiest update. 4 separate GoldenEye related tales. Let's begin with the fun stories. In an interview with disgraced Activision Blizzard CEO and surprisingly good actor Bobby Kotick on the Grit podcast, I'm familiar, he found himself in the middle of a discussion on the N64 Classic and spoke on the challenges behind the 2010 Wii remake. Supposedly then head of Eon Productions and owner of the James Bond estate, Barbara Broccoli, did not want developer Eurocom to include guns in the game. According to Kotick, he was able to convince her otherwise. Kind of tough to make an FPS without firearms. This still led to mixed results, of course. We also can't verify the full truth to these claims, although it is believable when you consider the hurdles Rare had to climb during production of the original. I do go back and forth on Barbara, like how she initially told Amazon to fuck off before then folding and selling the property to them anyway. Now there's no privately maintained IPs left. Way to go. As for the state of our secret agent in the medium of gaming, IO Interactive have finally given us a preview of 007 First Light. This in a Sony State of Play on June 4th, and then a more detailed presentation on the 6th. Despite the baby-faced Bond of it all, and it's being another origin story, just watch Casino Royale. I think it showed off awesomely. It's Hitman meets Uncharted. So
it's coming out soon.
I'm hooked in. Yeah, I can't wait to get my
next
hands on it.
year.
It's next year. It's March 27th.
Yeah.
Also, just prior to this unveiling in May, GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64 was certifiably inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Fuck yes. Them along with fellow shooter Quake, William Electronics Defender, or I guess later Midway's Defender, and the Tamagotchi. Well, that's cute. Well earned. And here's where the dark clouds enter. Because God hates me and current Microsoft sucks ass, on January 2nd, 2025, we would not only be informed that the quadruple A, long-awaited Perfect Dark reboot was canceled, but that the initiative is closing down after 7 years and no releases. Quadruple A. And this meant that their collaboration with Crystal Dynamics was terminated too, thus surmounting into mass layoffs.
Here's the thing, though.
Fucking cursed franchise.
You have to get the AI money from somewhere, and it doesn't come out of the air. And
I thought it was in a feedback loop with all these.
They're gonna improve the Microsoft AI, and then that's just gonna make a new Perfect Dark. So it's all going to come around.
Oh, all right. I just got to be patient.
Remember that shooter that guy revealed on Twitter where there was like air conditioning units on top of buses or whatever?
I love the geography of that. Yeah. Like a train pulls up and then like goes up the stairs and then the doors open and then like it makes no sense.
Yeah, they go to a bus station, then it turns into a train station, and then the train pulls up on the left, and then the door opens in front of them, and you're like, what?
And I like when you highlight something, and it'll be
the text,
all the different options of what to do.
I paused it and stared at that for a good 3 minutes. I was like, is this another language, or is it gibberish? And I was like, oh, it's gibberish. Okay.
Quadruple A. Sorry, I like saying that. Oh, no, shit. Sorry, Skull and Bones. That was the first triple.
Yeah, they got that out.
Yeah. Well, the Singapore government kind
see what happens
forced their arm on that one.
See what happens when you don't give up on a game?
Yeah. As Austin said, a major reason for this getting put on the chopping block was cost. The Megacorp made multiple rounds of cuts to instead allocate their resources to focus on AI. Fantastic.
Turns out they invested in one too many A's. So.
Only one eye.
Yeah.
Other rumblings drew attention to whether or not the trailer footage that aired in the summer 2024 Xbox showcase was faked. Regardless, it was a promising concept and not the lone victim of what else in their division got affected in terms of active projects internally. Rare's Everwild was scrapped. Future topic, I'll just do this now. John Romero and Godfather of Doom lost funding for his new endeavor that was intended to be published by Xbox Studios. Guy really can't catch a break. He claimed that he wasn't giving up on it, though, and is searching for a replacement financier, whatever.
John Romero and John Carmack are so funny because this is how the world treats creatives versus engineers.
Yeah,
where it's like John Carmack made rocket ships and then went to like Oculus, and he's probably he works for some surveillance company or some shit now.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt.
He's
yeah.
And then John Romero is just like, me and my wife want to make a game where you shoot tacos at people. And we're just like, fuck off, man. I
don't. He seems like a true Satanist, though. So genuine love of hell. I respect that. Perhaps the shittiest realization, however, was when reports came in months after, in September 2025, that Microsoft at a point briefly held appointments with Take-Two Interactive on allowing them to take over duties to revive Perfect Dark, except talks then fell apart following disputes on who would obtain ownership of the property. So let me get this straight. Their conclusion to this is that all the work that was done is now flushed down the toilet and the IP gets left to rot.
Yeah.
What a solution for everybody involved.
No, they're going to just put what they made into an AI model, and then that's going to make the new game.
I can't wait for Joanna Dark to have 17 fingers.
3 boobs. Did you see that lady that had 3 boobs in that one thing?
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Let's shift back into the positives. For a moment, it seemed dicey for our live-action Street Fighter remake movie, as it was temporarily removed from Sony's calendar till it then resurfaced earlier this year, and with a director and later cast list to boot. Apparently, the switch from Legendary Pictures to Paramount shuffled things. Anywho, check out this incredible batch of faces. Behind the camera is Katayo Sakurai, him fresh off from the comedy Bad Trip and the Twisted Metal television series. People keep saying season 2 was a vast improvement from 1. So.
Well, yeah, because it's about the tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is the same mistake they did with the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
They're the new Mortal Kombat movie. As for the performers, they made some interesting picks. I was unfamiliar with Noah Centineo as Ken and Andrew Koji as Ryu. But we then have Jason Momoa as Blanca, Roman Reigns as Akuma, and Cody Rhodes as Guile. They went super headfirst into the professional wrestling scene.
Yeah.
Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, 50 Cent as Balrog, fucking David Dastmalchian as M. Bison. Big shoes to fill there.
That if you were gonna ask me who should I get to replace Raul Julia as
Polka Dot
M.
Man.
Bison, I think David Dastmalchian is as good as you can get.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz as Dan and Orville Peck as Vega. I love this. Eric Andre as Don Savage. There are more. Vidyut Gemwell as Dalcium. Oliver Richters as Zangief.
Now,
Mariko
pause.
Goko as E. Honda. And Mel Jarenson as Cammy.
Pause.
Yeah.
Is this Zangief guy, is he a professional wrestler?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because, Zangief is a professional wrestler.
Yeah. So they got...
So if you're going to hire a professional wrestler for Street Fighter, one of them should play Zangief.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I don't know if it'll be as good as the last Zangief, though.
No, it's not going to be as good as the last Street Fighter movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know what the tone of this is going to be, but it probably won't be as earnest. Principal photography is underway in Australia, and it'll make its premiere into theaters and IMAX on March 20th, 2026.
I think it's gonna be bad.
That isn't far.
What country
Save the date.
which country was the last one filmed in?
Thailand.
Yeah.
During like a civil war.
Yeah. See, that's what you got to do. That's how you got a good movie.
Or no, it was Myanmar. Right?
Myanmar, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thailand was Tomb Raider, yeah.
Funny enough, if they had filmed in Myanmar, it would still be a civil war.
Oh, they haven't resolved that, huh?
Funny how global politics work.
Remember our exploration of video games with actual corpses that somehow made it to print?
Yeah.
I learned the other week that I apparently missed a pair, albeit within a different context. Public domain war footage. It technically still counts. The first being 2006 shooter Black from Criterion, the talented heroes who gifted us with the Burnout series. And the second was Treyarch's Call of Duty World at War in 2008.
That makes sense.
Both awesome and both a little gross. Clips from national news affiliates covering the Iraq War were taken for mission intro cutscenes in Black. They're rarely on screen for more than a single frame or two and are often filtered with tons of fuzz for visual effect. While Wall's segments are far clearer as they were grabbed wholesale from various World War II documentaries.
I mean, if it's good enough for Ken Burns' documentary, it's good enough for Call of Duty, right?
This including a scene of American soldiers getting executed by Japanese forces by shots to the back of the head. It's classy.
Sick.
These were hastily removed in the Eastern release for obvious reasons. Hey, if I go out, you got my permission. You can stick me in a Call of Duty.
Yeah, so if someone shoots me and they get it on camera, put me in Call of Duty.
Yeah. Headed deeper into the spooky, Drowned God, Conspiracy of the Ages, the game most closely connected to real-life death, is now on sale on Steam and the Epic Games Store as of February 14th, 2025. Happy Valentine's. This is our second Happy Valentine's. Although this time...
Celebrate by playing a game where the creator did a suicide murder with his wife, or didn't he? Yeah. Okay.
Although this time, the uploader NextPath Media went above board to do it, opposed to the unofficial abandonware build that was pulled in 2023. This new version was assembled via a collaboration between designer Harry Horse's two sisters, Emma Blackler and K.O. Hanlon, along with former members of the OG creative team. And
you telling me
in this crew, like the bunch was what?
You telling me you decided to do an episode on Drowned God?
Yeah,
a game so obscure that we couldn't find like a copy of it. And then right before we filmed the episode, they put it out on Steam illegally.
Yep.
And then later put it out. We have a superpower. Right?
Yeah,
You're not kidding. That's crazy.
And nobody was discussing this game whatsoever. Yeah, like
I know about like 95% of games that have ever existed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about it till you brought it up.
It's our phones. They're always listening. And so you had producer Algie Williams, remember him? Yeah. Art director Alistair Graham, I think he is from the Peter Gabriel videos, and programmer Mike Gamble, who co-founded NextPath specifically for this goal. Like, I don't think they're working on anything else. This was like their mission. It's
crazy,
I know.
Dude.
It fixes bugs and even added bonus artwork and pitch documents in it. That rules. Still
crazy.
Undeniably creepy, but if there was any possible path to preserve this, then this was it.
I mean, yeah, good on them for like going above board and like being like, this needs to be preserved.
I'm glad the families and main partners were a key part of the process.
Yes, I agree.
No clue who sees the profits, though I doubt money was their goal as it was priced at just $6.99. And like I wonder if the people like stumbling onto that game on Steam or reviewing it are aware at all.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
I want to see what the Steam user review score is.
Yeah. Sidebar: I was at a pause noticing the ESRB bumped the rating down from an M to a T.
Ancient Aliens aren't as scandalous as they used to be.
I guess language, mild violence, nudity, and use of alcohol wasn't enough to compete with the evolution of our values today. Well, this and the organization was likely not being like knowing the true story beneath it.
We have 24 reviews on Steam, and it is sitting at a mostly positive.
Okay. How the fuck fuck did this happen? You're right.
It has just 2 negative reviews out of the 24. So
were they related to his wife's family?
no, it was related to the fact that somebody had a game-breaking bug that prevented them from progressing.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Returning to Tomb Raider's upcoming live-action streaming show from Phoebe Waller-Bridge through Amazon MGM, we have our new Lara Croft. That's right. On September 5th, 2025, actor Sophie Turner was announced to be assuming the titular role. I can certainly fucks with that.
Yeah, she'd be good.
Yeah, making a name for herself with an award-winning performance of Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones. I never watched it, but she later starred in the X-Men films as Jean Grey and black comedy Do Revenge. So should be a good match. Also, unrelated, but the Lara herself was recently given 2 world records by Guinness for, quote, best-selling video game heroine. And this is funny. Most magazine covers for a video game character. I assume Crystal Dynamics or whoever is who actually receives the physical award.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. And also, magazines aren't really much of a thing anymore, but I guess, if
she'll hold that record forever.
Yeah, exactly. Lastly, this is more an observation than an update, but I was very much reminded of the low quality of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 that we covered over the summer to EA's latest reboot of Skate. It sucks, and I will rant about it in detail on Hot Button's 2025 Game of the Year Delibs, so be sure to pop back in to hear that. Shameless plug as a closer.
I will also be ranting about it.
Yeah. And that is it.
I might cry.
Yeah. It's
so sad.
It truly is. That is it. Welcome back, us.
Yes.
Our 7th annual recap is in the bag. Shout outs to my sources tonight. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, listeners, for your patience. Episodes are coming. You gotta believe me.
I want to shout out Video Games Chronicle, Forbes, IGN, NBC News, PC Gamer, The Guardian, and the Queensland Judgment site.
Oh, I'm always on there.
Yeah. Always reading court documents. That's what Chris is doing right now.
That is probably what Chris is doing right now. Shit. Well, I think my sources were on... They might be on the other computer. It's okay. Yeah. Let's close it with promotions and tunes, shall we?
Yes. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being understanding of our little gaps. It turns out that making a podcast when in the year 2025, when everything else that's happening gestures vaguely to the rest of the world.
Especially when you don't make any money off it.
Yeah.
Or actively lose money.
Turns out it's hard, but thank you. If you aren't understanding and you would like to yell at us,
please
call
do.
us slurs and stuff.
Yeah.
You can do that on our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at HotButtonCast. And also, but if you like what you hear, you can hear more on our website, hotbuttonpodcast.com. Also, all of your podcast feeds. I'm not going to name them all, but you know what they are.
Yep.
And yeah.
Happy holidays. Bye.